Hi guys, welcome. It's me, Andrea. Welcome to a new page. I will use these images here from Tim Holt's pad. It's a pad with a lot of images. I can't tell you the name of that one. Sorry about that. I will cut some of this architectural images out, and I want to use it on the page. First I thought to use it cut out like that, but changed my mind because I wanted to have it more blend into the page without any texture or edges left. So I went for a gesso transfer. Here I tried to find out how to position them. So I go with gesso, put it on top of the image, and then put it face down onto the page where you want it, and go over it with a brayer. You really have to be careful that nothing squeezes out right and left, because when the gesso goes on top of that image or on top of that paper, you won't be able to rub it off again. So leave the edges free and leave it to the middle, but you have to press it down firmly. So after that dried, I remove here the loose edges. It looks a bit rough and quick, but you have to be careful, otherwise you damage the paper when you tear it off too quick and too uncarefully. So then I use water, spray it on top, and start to rub the layer off. It looks really quick, but it takes a long time, and it makes your fingertips sore. So almost finished, and as long as you see a bit of white on top, or it's a bit rough, then you have to remove it. It shouldn't be something white left on top of that. So now I will use this Vista for that page a lot. It's the only color I have. It's a natural brown muddy thing, but I really like it. So I will put it all into the background. I damp the page before I put it on. It spreads out nicely. Don't need a lot. I only wanted to have a hint of color in the background. And this is my polyfiller go-to, a very quick drying one. And this is a feather or spring, or what, I don't know what you call it actually, from an alarm clock, a mechanical alarm clock. I glued it on top together so that it has this circle shape, and I put the polyfiller down without any stencils, so I wasn't after a perfect circle here. So I put this spring in, and I push it a bit up and down to have a bit wider lines. I will put it back on the middle one because that wasn't wide enough, and I push it up and down a bit, so much better, because I want to use these lines to put the blister in later. So that's dry now, and I put the some acrylic binder on top to have it smoother, because this polyfiller, when it's dry, it's a bit rough and it could flake actually. So this is a stamp I used, or I had laying around here, so I wanted to use it, and it gave me the idea for this page actually. I put it down with gel medium, and I go in here with blister into this lines. What do you call it? Lines, more gaps, and concentrate more into the gaps than outside, because I will remove most of it otherwise. Afterwards, not otherwise, afterwards. And but you have to, or I let it dry completely before I remove it. It's water soluble, so it will stay water soluble. It's easy with a baby wipe, because I only wanted to have it in these gaps, and remove everything else from that. So, my idea behind that was actually that because of this stamp, this Vitruvian, I don't know what you call it in English, Vitruvian man or so. It definitely, this Leonardo da Vinci drew it down after, or about he read about this thing, this architect Vitruvius. It's a Latin name, I think you say it's sort of the same. Wrote an article about this perfect person, and I find it a tiny bit offensive. So I will change that Vitruvian man a bit, because I think we are not perfect. He calls it homo bene figuratus, and that means actually the well-shaped man. I think it's really, really offensive, but okay. And that's why I use afterwards. You will see that at the moment I'm working on the circles I put down with this foam roll thing, and I use different golden paint here, and then I will change this man. First I started with these aquatones. They are water soluble, so that's why I use them. I could remove it, I thought, when I don't like it, and I will do that afterwards. You will see that. So I will go in with this Titan buff you can see here from Golden, to remove all these inside lines there that you can't see them anymore. And I will use several layers because the Titan buff is liquid fluid, and it won't cover with one layer only, so you need more layers. So I'm going around the circles now with a very fine Copic marker, or Copic, what do you call this, Copics? Copic multiliner. So, and because I didn't want to have a very, very contrast black line around that. So to bring everything together, I go in with my leftover paint here from this quinacridone. No, it's this iso green I showed you before. And then I remove the paint. I thought it was too contrasty. I didn't want to have a huge contrast on this page. So now going around the shapes and shading here and there, and this is to repair the circle because I went over it with the paint. That gave me the time to think how I want to have that colorized, and I use pit pen in green. That wasn't that contrasty, I think. I was quite happy with that one. And for the second pair of legs and arms, I used this golden green I used already up there in one of the circles. So a bit of shading here. I use the pit pen. I scribbled it on the craft mat actually and take it up. So for the circles here, to shade them, I use the Derwent Inktense pen in black and take it directly from the pen with my water tank brush and go around these circles, all of them on the whole page, and that will give a nice shading, nice contrast, and that's it. So I decided to cut a bit off of that page and frame it into this, what I call a passe-partout. You call it paper frame, might be, and a window frame, or so it can be easily be framed behind a glass frame. So this is the close-up. You can see all the texture. I really like that. Absolutely like it, how that turned out. So that's it. I hope you like it, and I thank you a lot for watching, and hope I will see you with my next project. So have a nice time, guys. Bye bye.